Hey folks, it's dinner time. So I skipped lunch today for reasons I'll get into a little later, but I was counting up the videos and I think this is episode 100. So I didn't plan very well and I didn't know this was going to be 100 until just today. So um, I'm not sure if anything special is going to happen tonight, but I am going to try the wet cat food. I might also try the baby food. And so we might try to go for a full, nice feeding for him. I got to get the food ready, so I'm going to pause here and I'll be right back. Hey folks, I'm back sitting at the chair next to the door. And I poured his kibble in the bowl. And zoom out. And I have baby food in that little stainless steel cup. And I have the wet cat food right here. So tonight is beef feast. Let's see, yeah, it's beef feast and roasted beef flavor gravy from Fancy Feast. So the other option was chicken and liver, I think, liver and chicken hearts. And I think last time I got him that, I think it was a little different, but yeah, he didn't seem quite as into it. So that was the one I had to save overnight and then give it to him the next day because he didn't eat it. I'm not sure if because it wasn't good enough or if it's just him being finicky. So he's still not at the door. He's hanging out there. I think the moment I open the wet cat food, he'll come over. But just to recap, so this morning, I looked out and I saw him, and he was on the far edge of the deck, and I think he saw me. And then around lunchtime, I couldn't find him. I think he was on the deck, but he was out of the line of sight. So I think he's been trying to hide from me. And so last night it ended poorly, in my opinion. So he basically, you know, waltzed off as if he was pissed off. And honestly, I'm not terribly happy either. So I wasn't terribly motivated to feed him. And for some reason, this camera is out of focus again. There we go. So after a little bit after that, I saw he did come into sight very briefly and looked at the kennel. I don't think he saw me, but he was looking at the kennel. There is dry cat food inside. All he has to do is figure out how to open the door. All he has to do is bump it, basically, because it's just loose. It's not actually locked or anything. But he couldn't figure it out, and so the food is still there. Water's there too. So he hasn't eaten anything today, and so because he didn't finish his dinner last night, maybe he's a little more hungry tonight, and maybe that's why he's sitting a little bit closer, but still not at the door. So he's at the kennel and not on the mats or right next to the door here. So I don't know how tonight's going to go. So for our 100th episode, maybe another bad night, or it might be a good night. Who knows? But yeah, I'm a little irritated, and he seemed pissed off last night. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to open up the wet cat food now. I think I need both hands. I'm going to pause here. So as I was pouring it in, he started slowly walking, and now that it's resumed, he just kind of galloped over here. So yeah, he really likes the wet cat food. I guess he can smell it. So, you gonna be good tonight? Or are you gonna be a diva? So it'd be cool if he meowed. It's been I don't know how many weeks since then. And
Not a peep from him, so I'm not expecting much. But hey, that'd be cool for the 100th episode. Want to help out the 100th episode, Scruffy? Just meow. 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 Does it seem amused by the meows? Okay, I'm gonna let him lick the can again. Okay, I'm gonna let you lick. So you can lick the can. Try not to hurt yourself. Oops, turn that over. Lick that. So you seem to do okay with it the other day, so whatever. Yeah, you might start gushing, bleeding. I think he's used to it. He's a feral cat. He probably goes through the trash all the time, eating out of cans and whatever. Good, right? It's beef flavor anyway. So I should take some of the wet cat food and probably put it in the cup in the kennel. Okay, that's your freebie. So I don't pet you for your freebie, but get ready, Scruffy, because I'm going to be petting you. Actually, no, I'm going to be brushing you, I think, tonight. I don't know if I'm going to pet you. I might try with the glove, but yeah, the glove's kind of awkward. So you want to meow? Paw at the door. It's back to grooming. And I guess it's positive that he came to the door, but yeah, I was still a little annoyed that he only came to the door because of the wet cat food. Because he used to sit here sometimes, but now he's like sitting all the way back. So, as I've been pointing out, something has changed. Scruffy is like really skittish. Kind of seems almost afraid of me now, and so he's keeping his distance. I don't know how to fix it. So that might be one of the reasons we may not have many more episodes. So I think we got at least one more episode after this, but because we got one more can of cat food, but after that, I'm not sure. So I guess it's a milestone. We hit 100, but it also might be a ending, so we might not get many more episodes after that. So a lot of it depends on you, Scruffy, and your attitude, because you've had a really bad attitude recently, especially last night. I was not happy with the way you stormed off last night. So it just makes me not want to do this anymore. So you should have some consideration. So it didn't rain today. The sun actually came out. It's cold though. Even though the sun was out, yeah, it didn't actually heat up. So the weather forecast was it was supposed to heat up this week, and it really hasn't. So we only got 1 day of rain instead of 2 or 3, and then after the rain, it was supposed to heat up a little bit, and it didn't seem to heat up. It just kind of stayed the same. So I kind of want him to give me a gesture of some sort to let me know that he wants the food. So sometimes he paws at the screen door. And so yeah, I just moved my hand. My hand was getting tired. So, I don't know, do you want this food or not? So I pushed it all the way to the edge of the screen door. So it's touching the screen door now. So actually I should put the balls in here. So slam up the balls a little bit. So yeah, he hates these. So but he's been doing it for months now. I think we can actually say months because yeah, we're way past 2 months now. I think we're getting close to 3. Okay, that's better. I thought you were going to see the food. And yes, that's baby food. So it's turkey with gravy, baby food. So I'm going to have you try licking it off the glove. So I'm thinking maybe I'll start with that. I think when I go out there, maybe the first thing I'll do is I'll put the food, the wet cat food in I'll take a portion and put it in the kennel and then close the door all the way. And then I'll see if he's more motivated to try to break into the kennel. And then after that, because he's gonna scatter back when I do that. He doesn't like getting close to me. This is like the closest he'll get to me, I think, without his food, his head in the bowl, basically. And this is only because of the doors between us. Isn't that right, Scruffy? You don't like me very much, right, Scruffy? You want to meow for me? Meow? 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 Yeah, still not amused. Okay, I think I'm gonna go out. Okay, Scruffy? Ready? Ready? Okay, so I'm gonna put the food on the table to start with, just so I can get into the kennel. Close the door because it's cold. And my furnace is still out, so I haven't worked on, or I haven't, yeah, I've been getting some bids or quotes. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. Okay, yeah, so the food's still there. So let me scoop some of it into the cup there, and I'll put it back. And I'm not sure where. Oh, you use that stuff way back. So don't mind me. Okay, so I filled the cup, not quite to the brim, but close enough. And I'm going to put it all the way back in the corner. He's been dragging the cup forward, so he's actually getting a little smart when he gets in there, but I'll worry about that later. Okay. So now I'm going to get the glove on. So excuse me as I try to do this one-handed. Using the chair leg to brace it. So I slide my hand in. And okay. I'm good here. And take the fork out. And he wants into the kennel. And I'm going to dip my finger in the baby food. So I'm going to try to feed him with the glove first, just to get him used to my hand again. Okay, here you go. Good, he's looking and not biting. So, yeah, still really skittish, so I was basically just pulling up the gloves so I can dip it back in the baby food. So yeah, he's looking at my table here. Hey, Scruffy. Don't you want more baby food? It's turkey. It's probably actually, yeah, it's human food, so it's might be better grade than cat food. What's wrong, Scruffy? Cat food. See my food? Yeah, not going well. Yeah, there's cat food in there if you can figure out how to get it. So I want him to finish looking this before I put down the rest of the main course, because my hand's all messy now. Hey, Scruffy, you want a lick? Yeah, it's not going well. Come on. Want a lick? Trying to move my glove forward. There we go. So if I had two hands free, I might actually try to pet him or something while he's looking the glove, but I don't. because one of the hands is holding the camera. So if I was going to do this long term, I might consider getting like a chest strap or a helmet strap or something to hold the camera. I could use two hands with them. Something got his attention there, but I don't know what it was. Some baby food on his face. Just moving the camera caught his attention. Okay, I think he's done. Okay. Ready for the plate. Why are you so skittish? And he walked back. So, yeah, not going great. It's going okay, but yeah, it's definitely not great. And I don't know how long he's going to be back there. So I'm tempted to go in. You want me to go in? Yeah, I think I'm going to go in. Okay, Scruffy, I'm going to go in. So taking off the glove. Putting the baby food on the plate, and I'm going in. And today, while I'm at it, I'll clean up the bowl here. Yep. I don't think you're smart enough to open it. That's the brush. There might be some baby food on it, but probably not much. So, I don't know, do you want the food? I'll put it right next to the drawer. See if I kicked it. So, I don't know if he wants it. Okay, folks. I'm going to pause here and wash my hands. Yeah, I got some stuff from touching the can. Okay. It's been a few minutes. Yeah, he's still grooming himself back there. Yeah, he walked a little bit further back when I got up to leave. So, yeah, I don't think it's going so well. And we haven't even gotten to the hard part yet, which is the brushing.
So I'm going to pause here because I think he's going to be grooming himself for a while. So I'm at the chair next to the door. It's getting cold, so I'm going to start closing the patio door. I'm curious how he's going to react. So right now the plate's still there, keeping it open, but I'm going to pull it back. You want your food, Scruffy? No? Okay. I'm going to close the door. I wonder what he's looking at. So I don't know. Maybe the baby food filled him up. I didn't give him that much. So let's see. So I gave him the first night I opened it. I probably gave him like at most a third of the bottle, and then I think I took less than half of it tonight. So there's still a little. I mean, there's still another portion at least in the jar still. Figured I'd stretch it out. Yeah, so the way last night went and the way things are going tonight, I'm actually tempted just to take a break tomorrow, not feed him, see what happens. Well, I guess I need to feed him tomorrow with the gate, so I don't want the wet cat food to go completely to waste. So tomorrow for lunch, I'll probably open the gate a little bit more. Let him try to figure it out. I'm going to step away from the chair here. I'm going to see if I'm not here, if he comes to the bowl, looks at the bowl again, even though the patio door is closed. So I'll be back. So I'm back. That didn't seem to work. So it's been a few minutes. He's just been sitting there. So I'm going to open the door again, see if he comes, sniffs the food. You want your food? You never know about you. Scruffy. Scruffy. You want your food? It's all nice and gooey. So I think he's starting to get the evil eye. So yeah, he's probably pissed. Okay, I'm tired of this too, so I think I'm gonna go out and see what happens. Want your food? So yeah, he ran back. So he was staring at me, and I was looking at his eyes, and I didn't blink fast enough. So maybe it startled him. I sneezed before that startled him too. And I don't think he jumped this time, so I guess that's progress. Okay, here we go. Want your food? So, yeah, still haven't seen my neighbor. Still haven't asked for the extra cat food. I'm not motivated to go to the store and buy more cat food at this point, so it may be completely dependent on the generosity of my neighbor if this project continues. Yeah, so the lockdowns have increased, so going to the store is going to be even more inconvenient now. Okay, Scruffy, once you get a couple good bites in, I'm going to start brushing you. So I think he's licking the balls because they have a lot of gravy on them because I was rolling them around in the cat food. Okay, I'm going to get ready to brush you. Ready? Didn't even touch him yet. There we go. He's kind of tangled again. So I got some knots to deal with. So he tolerated those pretty well. So I'm kind of impressed, actually.
There's some knots on the other side too, but they're not as bad. Trying to get his butt above the tail. He has, I think, a few weeks ago I felt some sort of bump in this area, so I think he has like some tick or something in that area. And because I see him, he also constantly kind of grooms that area, so I'm wondering if he's like biting it, trying to get the whatever's there out of there. So I'm flipping the brush over. Most of the knots are out, so use the softer side. Trying to comb his tail. He doesn't seem to like that too much. He's doing pretty good now, so he's not too finicky about the brush. And he hasn't hissed at me, even though he looks up every now and then. Trying to get his side and his legs. His legs are kind of messy and his underside's messy. So he's not hiding them as much as before, so he might be starting to be a little more okay with this. And he's swung into my leg, so basically trying to get away from the brush, he's pushed into my right leg, which is kind of silly. Because, yeah, if he's trying to avoid me, he walked right into me. Not very smart. So now I'm kind of trying to pet him a little bit with the glove as I brush him. So yeah, a big part of this exercise is just to get him used to touch of any kind. The grooming is not the most important aspect. But if he likes the grooming, then maybe that's important. So when I comb his hair this way, he looks a lot lighter. A lot more brown instead of gray. Not that the lighting is that great here. Sorry if the camera work sucks. It's really hard to do this while filming. But yeah, I think it's silly that he's brushed up against my right leg. Because if he's so distrustful of me, he's moved right into me. So I might have to wash my jeans later. See, I'm trying not to expose me in the house and anything else I touch to whatever diseases he may carry on his fur or saliva or whatever. So ringworm is one disease that could be on his fur. And it has spores, so it can spread through the house. Another one is fleas, which can multiply in the house. In the carpets. So Unfortunately, I'm losing my grip on the brush. I'm gonna have to re-grip it. Okay, there we go. So I had to use my leg to brace it. So, whoops. So because I used my leg to brace it, yeah, now it's even more compromised. Did he hiss at me? I wasn't looking. I heard something. It's a very delayed hiss if it was. It's a brush. I'm sniffing it for a second. It smells like you, Scruffy, because it has all your hair on it. So, considering how close he got to me, touching my leg and everything, might be argue we made some progress tonight. It could be that he just wants that food really badly because he didn't eat lunch. And he huffed off in a puff last night. So he didn't finish a full meal. So he's about to back into my left leg at this rate. He's pushing the ball again. So this time it finally hit my shoe, so probably won't move much more. I take that back. He's pivoted it, so it's moving again. But I think this time I hit the chair legs, so we might be okay. We might have to take the balls out to help him. But I'm going to need him to back off to do that. So I was looking at a photo of him from one of the videos from, I think, 2 days ago. So it was like a night. It was the day, and I had brushed him the night before, and he had really bad hair. It's like all messy. So all the brushing might have made his hair worse. Yeah, I think I'll put a caption on it, bad hair day or something. So that'd be ironic. All the brushing I'm doing makes his hair worse. So, did you just meow? I heard some weird moan. It wasn't a meow though. It sounded like a moan. Did you fart? So yeah, now he wants the food in the kennel because he's still hungry, even though there's still food in the bowl. So I'm gonna pull out some of the balls, I think. Oops, I scared him. Oops. Yeah, sorry. Pick up the brush again. Yeah, he's really skittish. So anyway, I picked up the balls, but yeah, with the glove, it's hard to keep a grip on it, so they dropped and rolled. And so they scared him. And then he saw me move. That scared him. Everything scares him. So, yeah, I moved the balls so you can eat. Wasn't that nice of me? I'm gonna brush you. See what a great person I am. Give you all that food and move those balls out of your way and groom you while you eat. Don't know why you're so afraid. Two things on his tail. Is that cat food? I don't know what these things are. Kind of looks like cat food or dirt or pebbles. But he should be able to groom those. So I'm going to put the brush down. And I'm going to finish the baby food. There's some commotion going on. I don't know where it's coming from. Sounds like somebody's bullhorn. So, baby food. Now I'm petting him because I don't have the brush. I have no choice. Whoops! I got baby food on his fur. Sorry. He's gonna have a meal to groom. I'm gonna stop petting him for a moment. So I think he wants to lick the gravy off the balls. And I got a little more baby food, I think. I'll probably have just a tad bit more. So I want to startle him. Yeah, just a tad bit more. I should have him lick the bowl. Let me get as much as I can on the glove first. Try to get the rest of the baby food on my glove here, and then I guess I'll give him the thing to lick. It's hard to get the rest of it on my glove. Okay. Yeah, I think he understands now, because he's looking at me when I'm dipping my finger in the little stainless steel cup. He's watching it. Just on the back. There's a whole bunch more on the back of the finger. One more. No. Yes. So I'm gonna get the cup. Get the cup. So put the cup down for him. The fork has a little bit of a kibble on it or something. So if I move my foot, you can find the fork. Don't know if that interests him or not. But yeah, we're about done here. That's the last of the food. So yeah, I don't know how this went. It went okay, not good, not great. So the brushing, he seems to be getting more tolerant of. The approaching thing is still bad. The skittishness is still really bad. He still exhibits a lot of fear when he looks at me. That's the new thing from this week. I haven't seen that much fear in him since I think we've started. And even when we started, I don't think it was like that. Usually when I looked at him when we started, it was more like indifference as long as I didn't get close. He would just stare at me. Because we used to stare at each other in the garden. When he was on the table or on the deck or something like that. He didn't give a damn that I was there. He'd just stare at me like he owned the place. Only recent, So the new stairs is giving me a fear that's new. I'm not sure where that comes from. I'm disturbed that that's where he is now after 2 to 3 months of this, because he should be a lot better than that. He shouldn't be regressing like that. So anyway, that's our 100th episode. So I think if we add up all the segments tonight, it's probably over an hour. It's hoping to be a little shorter. Or a little more interesting. So he moaned or something. It wasn't a meow. I don't know what it was. I'll have to review the footage. Yeah, I got cat food on my jeans, and I probably got some ringworm spores in my jeans, and so yeah, I probably have to do laundry tonight. Probably should wash the glove too, but I don't know. I didn't read instructions on how to care for the gloves, and if I'm going to have to return them, I don't know if I want to ruin them in the wash. But I might not have a choice. I'm going to wash them. So yeah, he's hiding on a line of sight here. So that's another problem I've had. So he's been putting himself in positions where I can't see him, and I think that's intentional. And so that's, I think, another regression because he used to put himself in line of sight so I'd see him, presumably so I knew how to feed him. But and so yeah, I've been surprised that yeah he's been so skittish recently, where he's been backing away like during lunch and stuff, so I can't see him. Dinner sometimes he's like behind the post, behind that potted plant or right next to the post. If he's a little braver, he's behind the table where he is now. But yeah, he's been kind of hiding from me. I'm trying to draw him out. So last night, the game I was playing with him, or trying to coerce him into doing, was to get in line of sight next to the door, and he left. So I don't know. Maybe I have to go a full day without feeding him just to see if his behavior changes. So tomorrow, I think I need to feed him the kibble in that kennel because I don't think going to figure out how to open it. I don't really want it to go at the waste. So it's cold enough that I think it should last the night. It's like refrigeration temperature. Well, it's not. It's warmer than that, but good enough. It's cat food. Actually, no, it might be refrigeration temperature. So it's 38 degree. Yeah, we're gonna be warmer than that. Not much warmer. Yeah, it's been getting cold at night. And I'm really cold at night because of the broken furnace. So I'm using an old electric blanket to try to keep me warm, but basically, yeah. So my body is okay, but my head freezes, and if I put the blanket over my head, then I can't. I have trouble breathing. It's too hot. So I'm cold. I think I want to go in soon. So I don't really want to disturb him, but I'm kind of hoping he'll do something. But yeah, I think he's probably done for the night. So there's a fork here that has a little bit of food, and the bowl itself has a little bit of food left. But I think if he was going to go after it, he would have done so by now. Oh, there he goes. So yeah, he's off. There he goes. Okay, so that's the show, folks. Our 100th episode. Kind of disappointment, isn't it? Um, anyway, yeah, thanks for joining me on this very, very special 100th episode. I appreciate you all watching, and yeah, we'll have at least one more episode, probably at least two more, because I think tomorrow we're gonna open the kennel, and then we got one more can of cat food, and then I gotta make my decision. Anyway, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Scruffy just came back. I'm cleaning up though, so I don't know what's this about. So I don't see him. I'll sit down in the chair. Where'd you go, Scruffy? There. So I don't know, maybe you just went poo. So yeah, just stack the plate. And he still wants that kennel. So I'm gonna open it. So yeah, free to investigate the plate. fork you need earlier. But you're not going to be able to get into the bowl with all the other stuff. And yeah, he needs to lick the baby food off his back. So, yeah, I screwed up the grooming job, petting him with baby food glove. We're gonna take off now. Guess I should wash that towel too. Can't believe you're still hungry. Oh, you're skittish. I didn't do anything. All I did was pan the camera using my wrist. So yeah, you might be looking for the water bowl. I haven't brought that out in a couple days since it's in the kennel. Okay, now he's cleaned the baby food. Actually, he needs to go lower. He's getting there. There he goes. Yeah, you look good, Scruffy. You're all brown now. He's gonna get soaking wet, grooming himself like that. So he's basically, yeah, going through 1/4 his backside. So undoing all the brushing I did. So I don't know what he's doing. Is he waiting for more food? Is he trying to show his appreciation for me by sitting really far away from me? Blinking. Excuse me for a minute, I'm going to zoom in. So I don't know how long I want to watch him. But if he's going to do something special for the 100th episode, then I don't want to miss it. Like he cares. Do you care it's the 100th episode, Scruffy? I guess I thought. So I'm trying to think, do I need to run the special sanitize hot water cycle for the glove and the pants and everything I'm wearing. Yeah, I probably sound really paranoid, and I forgot the term for people who are like afraid of afraid of every like disease, and wash their hands and scrub them all the time. And, yeah, I forgot what the word for that is, but I probably come off sounding like that. But yeah, I don't know where this cat's been, and I know they carry a lot of things if you don't get them all cleaned up at a vet. And yeah, there's no way I'm getting him to the vet. And this in our current relationship, he's way too feral. So yeah, you messed up all your hair. But yeah, it's interesting he got closer. I don't know why. I'm guessing he's looking in the kennel again, hoping I'll open it. Not till tomorrow, unless you figure it out yourself. So I want you to figure it out. So I think I'll try to open it tomorrow, just a tad bit less than I'd done before. Because he's figured it out when it's slightly ajar. I just got to figure out how much ajar it needs to actually be for him to figure out how to open it. So with most cats, I think at this point, you'd play with them, get a string toy or some toy or something, play with them, but not Scruffy. Any toy will terrorize him, or he'll just leave an indifference or sometimes annoyance. So the string toy he's terrified of. I think the laser toy pisses him off. Yeah, basically, if I point anything at him, he runs in terror. Hold out anything, even extending my index finger like terrorizes him. So I think it was this week. I extended my index finger. Yeah, I was trying to do the Michelangelo, and yeah, he ran. So yeah, you're a really sad cat, Scruffy. And then yeah, as we've established, catnip doesn't work, silvervine doesn't work, honeysuckle doesn't work, and valerian root doesn't work. So you can't get high. You're a really sad, broken cat. And then the fell away pheromone spray. I don't think it's working on him. If it is, it's so subtle that I can't tell the difference. So, yeah, I think he was looking at me, pointing the camera at him, and he accelerated slightly. I don't know where he's jumping off. Oh, there he goes. It was a guess. There's several different jumping off points. So anyway, there it is again. So thanks again for joining me in this little extended footage for our 100th episode. Yeah, so I appreciate you sticking with me all this time. So I will see you next time. Bye.